What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Minnesota Timberwolves versus Dallas Mavericks NBA matchup going down Friday, May 24th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming into this one looking to bounce back after Dallas stole home court with a 108-105 victory in Game 1 on Wednesday. And, you know, if you follow, we've been going live on our playback streams, for the majority of the second halves of these NBA playoff games. And we were watching the fourth quarter, and I'll tell you, there were a couple things that just stood out to me. One, that is the worst basket interference call I think I've seen all year. I've seen basket interference calls, calls that have been a lot closer than that, or putbacks that have been a lot closer than that, a lot closer to the rim, and a lot closer inside that cylinder that haven't been called. To me, that's not a call you make at that stage in that game. That was questionable at best. And but again, it was just, for me, whether it was basket interference or not, I'm just saying it was a turning point, and it was a moment that had a big effect in that game. But not only that, it was questionable shot making and just inexperience of being that deep in the playoffs from the Minnesota Timberwolves. You saw Karl-Anthony Towns take an ill-advised shot a la Tyrese Halliburton from the night prior in Game 1 of the Pacers-Celtics series. And I think that you're going to start to see, we've heard that, the Timberwolves were very rough on themselves doing their sort of film study from Game 1 to sort of see what had to be adjusted. And I think they are going to come out with some fire here. But I also don't expect the Dallas Mavericks to back down. When you see Luka Doncic hitting shots the way that he was hitting shots in Game 1 and putting the team on his back, he is a dangerous, dangerous man. You also have Kyrie Irving, who is 30-point potential whenever he takes the floor. He could have a rough night. Any player in the NBA could. But he's also a guy that would it surprise anybody if he comes out and drops 30, 35 points. We've seen it multiple times, not just in the playoffs, in the regular season, where Kyrie and Luka both had 30 points. That's why I'm going with the over here. The line at 5, I can make the case either way, that Dallas is feeling themselves right now. Maybe you see the inexperience from Minnesota. Granted, Minnesota hasn't lost. I don't think they've lost 3 straight games at home all season. They don't lose. I'm sorry. The point I'm trying to make is that they don't lose at home very often, and usually when they do, they bounce back more often than not. But like I said, I could see it going either way. But the one thing that I see, regardless of how it plays according to the spread, is that this is going to be a heavyweight fight of a series. You have stars that are going to hit shots, and the other side is going to counter. This is going to be an exciting series. I get the mindset that these two teams have played outstanding defense over the course of the playoffs. Hell, the Minnesota Timberwolves held your former defending champion Denver Nuggets to 70 points in Game 6 in Minnesota. So I can understand the case to be made there. But these are two great offenses as well, with some great offensive star power on both sides. The over, it took a little while to hit, and it got there late in Game 1. But it still got there nonetheless, and the total hasn't budged. The total hasn't adjusted from that. So I'm still going to take advantage of it. Like I said, you've got Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, two guys that are fully capable of going off for 30 points each in a game, as well as solid depth pieces for the Dallas Mavericks around them. These guys are capable of getting to the mid-hundreds at the very least. Same thing for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards is fully capable of dropping 30, 35. You got Cat, you've got Rudy Gobert, you've got Mike Conley, you've got a bunch of skill players that can also help Minnesota get into that mid-hundreds range. I see a very similar score to Game 1, where both teams get into the mid to high 100s, push us up and over this total of 207. So give me the over 207 between the Timberwolves and the Mavericks, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.